so long since we did this. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Why are you looking at me like that?
My butt hurt.
Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yasmine Simone. This is my husband, Adam. Say hello.
Adam. Hello, guys.
And if you guys are new here, I'm pregnant. If you're not new here and you didn't know, I am pregnant again with baby number 2. So today's video is going to be a Q&A about everything pregnancy related, and we're also going to talk about a few other things. If you're interested, then keep on watching. My due date for this baby is actually coming up very soon. It's February 4th. I'm already in my 3rd trimester. I am very pregnant. So let's get into the questions. The first question that I wanted to do, I don't even know if I should do this one. So, okay, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I had like a little debate on my Instagram story about people asking if babies are planned or not. When I asked you guys to ask me questions, I got a lot of questions asking, was the baby planned? And I posted on my story, like, why do people feel comfortable asking pregnant women or women in general, like, you know, was your baby planned or is your baby planned? Because I feel like that's just such a strange question, whether you meant to get pregnant or not. I just feel like the question itself is really weird. A lot of people were like, oh, you asked us to ask questions, so why can't we ask that question? I honestly wasn't even talking about the people that asked it in the question forum on Instagram. I was asking in general because people have said that to me in person, like, is your baby planned? I get what people are saying, but at the same time, I just feel like, why do you feel how would it change your life if you know the answer? That was my only question to people. Both of our kids were planned 100%. They were planned by God. Our kids were meant to be here. Like, seriously, they were planned. Like, they weren't mistakes.
Right.
And
They don't just pop up.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like that question, all people also just want to know more about. They want to know about your life. They want to know about your sex life. They want to know, are you on birth control? They want to know all those things, which are very private. And I just feel like there's a lot of people out there really trying to have kids and struggling to, and like, you just never know what somebody's going through. So to ask, like, is your baby planned, is just such a weird question. But I got that question a lot and I wanted to address it, and that's your answer. I just don't really find the question that enlightening. Like, it doesn't really change anything. Did you get shy telling your family members that you are pregnant? No. When I got pregnant with Yara, we literally called everyone individually.
Yeah, and this time people were just finding out left and right. They were just like,
yeah, people kind of found out by seeing me. Some people kind of just knew, like,
guessed, and
a couple of Adam's sisters kind of figured it out. They're moms, so I think they kind of knew. We told our parents, and a lot of other family members just kind of figured it out. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal to, like, call everyone individually again, because it's like the first baby you do that, but the second one is just kind of like, been there, done that. Okay, the next question is, how do we find out about baby number 2?
I think it was around,
Yara was 9 months. I know that for sure. So if she was 9 months.
yeah, I think it was like the end of April.
It was towards the end of May. We were about to go get vaccinated. We were gonna go together. And on the vaccination thing, it says, is there a chance you could be pregnant?
And he was like,
And that week I skipped my period. And also, by the way, when they tell you breastfeeding gets rid of your period, that's not true for everyone. That's a total lie, because I had a very regular period. So the fact that it wasn't there was a little alarming. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll take a pregnancy test just to make sure that I'm not, or if I am. If I was pregnant, I would have wanted to know that before going to get vaccinated.
she took it, and you're just nervous in those times. You know, it's an anxious situation. So we went to go flip it.
We were on our bed. We were laying on our
Yeah,
bed with the test face down.
Yeah, and Yara was in her playpen next to the bed.
Yeah.
And she was just having a ball in the playpen by herself, which is rare.
She was in a good mood.
Yeah,
that day.
she was just like having a lot of fun. And as soon as we flipped it, and she started laughing. Like, she just bust out laughing, like, while she was looking at us.
So much.
Like, she was just like, ah! Because we looked at her like, what? And then we looked down, and it was just like, whoa.
I swear I did not expect it to have 2 lines, but it was just, the whole situation was so funny.
Because she lightened up the moment.
She just was laughing. I think the universe told her to laugh at that moment, because I think somehow she had baby intuition and she knew that it was going to be positive. like last time, immediately after I found out I was pregnant, I got more and more symptoms. Pretty much almost all the same symptoms as y'all are, like morning sickness. All that stuff happened. So that's how we found out. It wasn't any like crazy story. We found out together this time. Last time, you guys know what happened last. If you don't know what happened last time, go watch the video. Basically, Adam found out in a not so amazing way last time.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you realized you were pregnant? I felt a lot of things. I think, surprisingly, I actually felt, I don't know, I felt happy, but I also felt stressed. There's a lot of negativity around having 2 under 2. No one ever said anything positive to you about having 2 toddlers or 2 babies.
Honestly, it's rare that people tell you anything positive in general.
That's true.
About
most
birth, things.
Like, about parenthood. Like,
yeah, like it's just
people just really are negative about it.
Negativity.
They're like, oh, like literally people at the store or like when they see my belly, they're just like, oh, good luck. Or like, oh, you're going to have your hands full. And like no one really, like no one needs comments like that like, because babies are not, everyone has their own stress.
Yeah,
when you have a toddler, it's stressful.
Yeah, it's like how you manage and how you deal with your situation. Like if you go in with a negative attitude, you're probably going to get negative outcomes.
Right.
You go in with positive attitude, you get positive outcomes.
Exactly.
Everybody handles things differently. To every moment, I try to handle it in a positive light, and that's just how I am.
Yeah. I definitely did want us to be in a house when we had another baby, which we are. So that's good. But like at the time, we were still living in our apartment. And I wasn't really sure how things were going to work out. I just was like a little nervous. But babies are a blessing. And I definitely was happy about the actual baby. Just stressed about the things that come along with babies.
And sometimes when things happen in life, you just got to understand, you got to step your game up now, you know. Put your adult pants on and get to work. That's how it is.
That dog always barking?
A lot of people like to mope around. What's happening to me? No, pick your pants up and go to work.
This talk is so aggressive.
Go to work.
There's a lot of people asking if we know the gender. Yes, we already know the gender, and I'm very excited about the gender. I honestly would have been excited either way. Are you planning on doing another home birth?
Yeah, because it was an awesome experience. I would just feel like I probably we wouldn't have had the same experience, even though I'm sure we'll probably still be happy in a hospital had given birth, you know. But it's like when you're at home, you're at home. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do anything. But hopefully, if all goes well, inshallah, we remain in the home.
I am 100% team home birth, and I'm not saying that just to like say hospital births are horrible. I really think that wherever you feel the most comfortable is where you should give birth. However, I personally cannot imagine a better, like I feel like I had the best birth ever. Pain aside, like when people say that, they think you mean like you were in pain. It's like, no, I was in a lot of pain, but the experience was just so peaceful. Like nobody was talking. Everyone shut the hell up and just let me push the baby out. And then they were very supportive. They catered to me and the baby, and that's really all you need.
I think the biggest part of that is like preparing yourself, like for
mentally.
The situation, mentally, physically, having everything a plan, and just understanding that you're about to go through something. And we have a good midwife.
Yeah,
and
she's really good.
And she has pretty good students.
I really liked my birth, and I'm hoping that it goes somewhat similar. I think this time around, I know what's coming now, so I am a little bit more nervous. I know what contractions feel like, what pressure waves feel like. I stopped calling them pressure waves because once you feel them, they're contractions. Like, anyone who's given birth, you understand, it's like the worst. It's like a different type of pain. I don't want to scare you guys who may be pregnant, but like I'm not going to talk anymore about it. But oh my God. Other than that, everything else was perfect, and the pain is literally instantly stops as soon as the baby's out. it was crazy. Like everything just, I felt nothing but just my baby in my arms. And so that's like the best feeling. You know the pain is gonna eventually go away and you can go to bed in your own bed. Tips on how to prepare for a baby without overdoing it. Because this time around, I definitely don't feel like I need as much stuff. I feel like, honestly, I'm really just, I haven't bought anything yet, but I'm really just chilling, y'all. Like I know exactly what I want to buy and I probably should get to it, but it's really, you don't need a lot for a baby. Like diapers, food, a food source, whether it's breast milk or formula or whatever, and like a few onesies and some swaddles.
And you gotta be prepared to, I guess, either meal planning or maybe somebody that could help support you with meals and things like that during the newborn stage, because it does get a little rough.
If you guys know people that just had a baby, go give them food. Even if they say, oh no, it's fine.
He was at a baby shower and just get him like their biggest huge help would probably finding a meal plan person.
Or a housekeeper. Send them a housekeeper.
Pay for something in advance.
We're definitely getting a housekeeper.
Or like postpartum.
The tips that I would say are don't overthink it. Don't overbuy things. Just get what you need for the baby. Yeah. Don't overspend on clothes.
Yeah, newborn stage goes pretty quick. You know, we got a lot of like diapers for newborns and we couldn't even use them all because it was just like
yeah,
she just grew so fast.
I had all these cute newborn outfits, so she didn't even wear them. She grew out of everything.
Yeah, everything. They really grow really fast.
How is it being pregnant and taking care of a toddler? Okay, as of like last week, Adam's work schedule has changed. Adam works overnights. He's here during the day. Before that, Adam had like a more typical schedule, so he would be gone from the morning until the late afternoon. And I would be the one primarily taking care of Yara, which is sometimes still the case. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the day, honestly. Like Adam, when he's here, he does a lot, but then also because he works overnight, he does, you know, need to sleep and stuff like that. So overall, I think it has been way harder than obviously not having a baby, like just being pregnant with your first. Because Adam works and I'm like the primary person with her, it can get hard, like carrying her. She's really heavy. She's very demanding. She's really smart. Honestly, hitting a lot of milestones all at once right now. She just started like really talking like in the past 2 months. Like when we moved in here, she could not say half the stuff she can say now. She's just really fast. She is active and I am just not all of those things right now. I'm very big. One of the biggest symptoms for me this pregnancy has been pelvic pain. It's like on another level. I'm not even being dramatic. Like I can literally barely walk sometimes. Sometimes I gotta chase after her because she grabbed, I don't know, something dangerous. And then keeping her on her schedule. It's hard because last time I was pregnant, I could just take a nap whenever I wanted. I could literally do nothing all day if I wanted. I can't really do that now. Like I have to get up early every day. There's no sleeping in. I have not really slept in at all. I'm up around the time Yara gets up and I have to feed her breakfast and I have to make sure she gets some playtime in. I have to make sure she's not watching too much TV. Even though I'm not gonna lie, the TV has been helping me out a little bit this pregnancy because sometimes I just need a second to myself and, you know, I'll turn on a show for her and let her watch it. But I don't, you know, like regulating all that stuff is a lot when you're pregnant. You know, there's 2 parents. I don't do everything alone, but I think it is harder for sure. Oh God, there's a lot of weaning questions. I'm planning on posting a whole separate video about that. So if you're interested in like weaning, I will talk about it in a different video because that's a whole other story. But I did wean Yara. She's no longer breastfeeding. What are you most looking forward to about the new baby coming?
Can't wait to hold the baby when it's a little baby. You just like, and then I want to be able to hold 2 babies. It'd be like one baby and then another baby.
That'd be a cute picture. I'm excited for baby breath. And
oh yeah.
I love baby breath. It smells like milk and just happiness. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Yara's breath don't smell like that anymore. She got toddler breath. It's like on the verge of being grown folks' breath. It be smelling like spaghetti and garlic sometimes. There's no more milk.
I hope this baby likes sleeping as much as y'all like to sleep.
That's really what I'm hoping to. It's like literally the lottery. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what they're gonna look like. None of it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the baby looks like. Are you planning on having more kids after you give birth? Why do people always ask that when you're pregnant? Like, can I push this one out, please? Before we discuss more. I'm gonna have to leave that one up to God. You want more kids?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We're not really sure.
Sometimes I get that feel like I want to have a bunch of kids running up to me, but then sometimes I'll be like, nah, that's a lot of.
I don't know though. I really don't know. I think I might want another one in the future. That could change. It couldn't change. I really don't know. I honestly am leaving it up to God. If He decides to bless us with more kids, more butts, fine. But as far as our plan, I don't really know. Is it difficult to keep a healthy marriage with kids? Does Adam help? I don't use that word when it comes to Adam because Adam is a father, and fathers, you know, no one asks, oh, does the mom help? Yasmine, do you help with Yara? Like, no one ever asked me that. Adam and I both do things for our daughter. I think the reason people say it is because the mom definitely does more, 100%. Like most moms, they just do more stuff. They carry more of a household mental load. However, Adam, like I said, is a father, so it's not helping, it's just being a parent. But the other question was, is it difficult to keep a healthy marriage with kids? It's beyond hard.
I think marriage in general is,
oh my God, no, but with kids, it's, you know it's different.
It is different. You need those little breaks where you get, you know, a little date night, go to movies, and you need that time where you just like, you know, you need a village. No marriage is perfect, 100%. I think me and Adam are like a really good team, but I think having kids definitely changed our relationship in some ways for the better, and it definitely affected it negatively in some ways. I think it's important to keep emotional intimacy. That is one thing that's been really hard for us, like spending time with each other and talking to each other about things like a priority, because I think we forget to do that. You just have to have good energy within yourself to kind of like give it, you know.
Tips for managing relationship with hubby and a new baby. I currently need tips. I think the biggest tip I will give you is something that I still am trying to master myself, and that is to not compare you and your husband. I still do it sometimes. It's really hard not to do it. I really would try to stay away from doing that if possible, because it just results in fights. Or at least it did for us, and it still does occasionally for us. No matter what situation you're in, you know, I don't know who the breadwinner is, I don't know who does what, I don't know if you're breastfeeding, all those things matter. But at one point you're gonna look at your husband like, oh my God, I do so much more stuff than you. I suffer so much more. It's not 100% true. I mean, on some level it is true. I feel like men definitely go through their own internal struggles that they don't always talk about. It's a lot of pressure to be the provider, to be the father. It's a lot of pressure for them too. So I just would try to be empathetic, even though you may be going through more physically, or you feel like you're going through more emotionally. Just remember that, you know, your partner's going through a lot of stuff too. And it's really just not good to compare. And it's just better to just try to be empathetic about each other's struggles. It's so hard.
Like, one thing is stressful is dealing with a person has all of that stress on them as well. So it's like, you know, we have to kind of get in where we fit in. You know, it has its stress dealing with, you know, someone that is dealing with stress.
What are your go-to tools or accessories for maximum comfort during pregnancy? Right now, I don't have like a whole list of stuff that I use for comfort. The only thing I can really say has really been helping me is a belly wrap. That helps so much. I feel so different on the days where I wear it versus when I don't. So if you guys are pregnant and you're like, your belly's getting big really fast like me, because it is normal for your second baby to get bigger faster, go get a belly band. It will change your life. They lift up your belly. They take a lot of the stress and weight off your back. I'm gonna go put mine on right after this video. I guess the last question I'll do is like, what foods have I been craving and stuff?
Corvette.
Okay, I was craving a lot of salty foods, a lot of spicy foods, pickly foods, you guys, like kimchi. Oh my gosh, the best thing ever is like kimchi with, you cook an egg, put the kimchi in the egg, and you eat it with seaweed and rice with a little soy sauce. Bomb. Pickles, of course. I don't really eat a lot of pickles, but they are really, really good. Like all the pickly things, yes. Also a lot of sweet things too. Like I start to crave more and more sugar. I definitely eat too much sugar. Graham crackers and cream cheese has been a really big craving of mine. That was my second trimester. We ordered sushi a lot during this one period, and I would literally almost eat the whole wasabi. Like, so that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A, and if you guys have any other questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them in the comments. Do you have anything you want to say?
Nope. 2 under 2.
Yeah, 2 under 2.
Team 2 under 2.
We're really excited to be having 2 under 2. Let me know if you guys are also having 2 under 2. I know a lot of people are pregnant right now because that's just how it goes. I feel like every time I'm pregnant, there's so many people that are pregnant with me. If you already have 2 under 2, we would love to know, like, what's the best thing about having 2 under 2? We only want to hear positive things. So let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next one.